Hello again, everybody. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Song of Myself by Nightwish, and it does come from their live at Wacken 2013 performance, iconic performance at this point. So this does come as a request. As always, if you would like to request something, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. What I've been doing is I've been taking every single request I get on my channel, putting it into this Google Sheet, and then I hit the randomize button 3 times. The top result is the next song I listen to. So that's how we got here. At this point, I've heard a few songs by Nightwish, Ghost Love Score, which I liked, Romanticide, which I loved, and also Yours is an Empty Hope, which I loved. So I think this is my 4th song from Nightwish. Looking forward to it. I really enjoy the heaviness that they bring. I really like the metal part of symphonic metal. But I am getting slowly but surely used to the more symphonic part of symphonic metal. So very excited. Let's listen to it. Nightwish, Song of Myself. And let me flip over to it. Here we go.
In the cage, the deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. An old oak sheltering me from the blue, sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. Dressed up in the ghost town of us, streets of story time and the river ghost. Offer me some weapons and a ride. Raging hurricanes, gigantic roars. The son of me is hung in need of your rage symphony.
that was a pure treat to listen to and to see. I'm kind of in love with Floor Jansen at this point. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think she's fantastic. It seems like either the stage agrees with her or that they blast her with wind, because I don't know if you like noticed during the performance, there was a moment where I was kind of like looking at every band member, and Floor's like hair is like blowing and like it looks very regal as she's singing, but no one else hair is doing that. No one else's hair is doing that, and they all have long hair. And I'm like, are they like purposely blowing wind on her to just make her look more epic, or is she just like a goddess and that just happens naturally? I mean, I don't know. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. Like I said kind of at the beginning, before we kind of jumped into the song, was that, you know, I really love the heaviness that Nightwish brings, and that to me was very apparent here. But I'm also slowly starting to really appreciate the more symphonic elements, and I actually really enjoyed what they did with that, the more classical approach to it. Like, the keyboard to me was fantastic in this one. I think it really provided something that I feel like made the song just that much stronger. So, fantastic work by them. Just had a great time listening to it. So, anyway, let's break the song down like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So, I mean, obviously the lyrics do come from like the album version, so I'm not entirely sure if this was all in the performance, but here we go. The nightingale is still locked in the cage. The deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. An old oak sheltering me from the blue, sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. You know, I love their lyrics, and a big part of that for me is just the sort of fantastical element that they have. You know, I feel like when you use words like nightingale and stuff like that, it's just like, I know that's not necessarily like a fantasy word, but it definitely sets the tone, kind of switches your brain into sort of fantasy mode. Just the way that they write and their lyrics themselves, I think, to me, just make me want to read or watch or engage with fantasy. High fantasy, like Tolkien fantasy, stuff like that. But a catnap in the ghost town of my heart. That's a cool line. A catnap in the ghost town of my heart. She dreams of story time and the river ghosts, of mermaids, of Whitmans and the ride, raving harlequins, gigantic toys. It makes me wonder, are some of those references to some of their other songs? Because I haven't listened to it, but I do know that I have a Nightwish song request called Storytime, and I'm pretty sure I have one called Ghost River also. So is that sort of like a nice cheeky reference to a bunch of their other songs? If so, I think that's actually kind of cool. Again, very fantastical, I think. A song of me, a song in need of a courageous symphony, a verse of me, a verse in need of a pure heart singing me to peace. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying, all that great heart lying still on an angel wing. All that great heart lying still in silent suffering, smiling like a clown until the show has come to an end. What is left for encore is the same old dead boys song. Ooh, creepy. And I think, this definitely has plenty to do with ghosts and sort of the supernatural. And to me, I know I'm talking about the lyrics right now, but like instrumentally, I definitely got sort of that classic horror movie vibe from some of those more symphonic movements. And look, there it is, Storytime, Ghost River. I'm looking here at the track list. Look, Turn Loose the Mermaids. So yeah, I think that verse was actually really cool. Just a nice reference to some of their other songs. That's really neat, and some of the songs off of this very album, so that's really cool, I think. Sung in silence, all that great heart lying still and slowly dying, all that great heart lying still on an angel wing. A midnight flight into Covington Woods, a princess and a panther by my side. These are territories I live for. I'd still give my everything to love you more. That's great. I'm just taking a quick look. Any Panthers referenced here, anything like that? Okay. Which makes me wonder, like, because they are referencing some of their other songs, is this sort of like the album told as a story? And if so, is Song of Myself sort of the the summary of it all? Like, this is sort of the apex, the climax of what we've moved through this song. I'm not sure. I'm sure the Nightwish Army will have plenty to tell me in the comments about that. But Where was I? Yeah, a midnight flight in the Covington Woods, a princess and a partner by my side. Panther by my side. These are territories I live for. I'd still give my everything to love you more. I don't know what this means, genius. I'm sorry. I think it just repeat something, the break in the chorus. Yeah, I think that's what that means. A silent symphony, a hollow opus, number 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the sky is piano black over cleansing waters, resting pipes, verse of bore, rusting keys without a door. Sometimes the within is piano black over cleansing waters. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying. All that great heart lying still on an angel wing. I see a slow, simple youngster by a busy street with a begging bowl in his shaking hand, trying to smile but hurting infinitely. Nobody notices. I do, but walk by. Damn, that's cold. Like, no one notices this poor beggar. I notice them, but I don't do anything to help them. An old man gets naked and kisses a model doll in his attic. It's half light and he's in tears. When he finally comes, his eyes are cascading. I see a beaten dog in a pungent alley. I don't remember this part in the concert performance, but I'm reading it anyway. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. I see a beaten dog in a pungent alley. He tries to bite me. All pride has left his wild, drooling eyes. I wish I had my lake to spare. A mother visits her son, smiles to him through the bars. She's never loved him more. To me, this sounds like someone who wants to help others, but just doesn't have the means to. And I'm noticing, like, it says here, Song of Myself is 13 and a half minutes, but the one we listened to was like 6.5. So, man, there's a lot more here that I'm just not going to read because I don't want this video to take all day. But yeah, I thought it was great. The song was fantastic. I loved the lyrics. Again, to me, are just so fantastical that they really hold my attention as someone who really enjoys fantasy. This to me is exactly what I look for out of this sort of song. So 2 thumbs up there. Really enjoyed it. As far as the instrumentation goes, a lot of really great stuff to enjoy here. I guess I'll just start rattling it off. The drums. I think the drums provided a really nice heaviness to the song. And it was fun to watch the drummer play. He was doing like twirls and flips with his drumsticks while just providing a nice heavy sound. The guitar work was excellent. There's the main riff that they were kind of doing throughout the song was definitely a head-banging riff. But I think to me the strongest part was sort of like I guess you could call them the breakdowns or whatever you want to call it. I'm not super musically literate. I'll be the first to tell you. But like kind of when Floor would stop singing and it would just be instrumentation, like those breakdowns there, I think to me were nice and heavy, and you could see the whole crowd, like the crowd would be bumping, right? And then the moment that breakdown comes, the entire crowd is, shaking their head and waving their hair around, and it's just so much fun. And to be fair, Floor is doing the same thing on the stage, with her windmill, and so she sort of triggers that. But yeah, during those breakdowns, to me the guitar work was at its finest, and it was great throughout. Really enjoyed the keyboard. To me, it really provided this nice sort of like a classic horror movie vibe to it. And you guys tell me, this is symphonic metal. This is sort of a score rather than a song necessarily. This is more of a score. This is like a score to a movie or a play or something, right? But regardless, it is a score, and I definitely got that from this one. It definitely reminded me of like I'm sitting down to watch an 80s action or horror movie, and there's this score that is really telling you. The score is as much of the story as anything. So I feel like this one really accomplished that. And when the I guess organ or keyboard, whatever you want to call it, I guess it was more of an organ, would really come through. I feel like it was just so powerful that it was like, wow, this adds a whole lot to the song. So I'm really glad that they had that in there. Like I said, I'm slowly starting to appreciate the more symphonic elements of Nightwish. So that was really cool. And then as far as the singing goes, of course, Floor Jansen, I told you, I'm in love, man. She does a fantastic job. She knows how to rock. She has this edge to her voice that is just like, it's just so powerful, and you can see like what she does, the crowd does. The crowd is singing along the whole time. When she's waving her hair around, the crowd's waving their hair around. I mean, they're just having a great time up there. And then I think Marco, you guys said, was the backup vocalist, and he does a great job too. I actually really love his voice. I think, and you guys do a great job of sort of shouting him out in the comments also, because I'm always talking about Floor, but you guys are always like, hey, don't forget about Marco. He's doing a fantastic job on I guess the additional vocals there, and I couldn't agree more. I think he does a fantastic job. So yeah, vocally, instrumentally, fantastic song. 2 thumbs up for sure. As far as replay value goes, I can see why the Nightwish Army goes so hard for this band. It is just such a lovely experience to watch them live here. I can't imagine going to a Nightwish concert. Like, that would just blow my mind. Like, I've been to a few rock concerts in my life, don't get me wrong. But, here in America, I've said it before, people just aren't as into rock as they are overseas. And so most rock concerts around here, unless you're going to go see someone huge like Tool or, AC/DC or someone like that, the rock concerts over here are pretty tame. They're in smaller venues and not a whole lot of theatrics, except for, I will say, Metallica. Metallica was one of those where I was like, hell yeah, like, they're pulling out the pyrotechnics, they're pulling out everything. That was one of them where it's like, yeah, okay, this is like what I want out of a concert. But watching this, I would love to go to a Nightwish show overseas where it's huge and like super produced like this. I would love to go to a Rammstein concert because for the same reasons, the pyrotechnics, the singing, just the crowd interaction. I mean, just you see all those people crowd surfing, like it just looks like so much fun. It's the time of your life, so I don't know what that has to do with replay value. I think that just for me, it really helps me buy into the song even more. It's like, oh, look at all these people having fun listening to this music. I'm also having fun listening to this music, and because of that, I feel like this has a very strong replay value. It's excellent instrumentally, it's excellent vocally, it's excellent from a lyrical standpoint, and then again, it's just fun. It's a fun song to listen to and to sort of lose yourself in. So I had a great time. 2 thumbs up across the board. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the many people who have been requesting this song. I'm glad I was able to get to it. Thank you, Randomizer, for randomly giving me this song. As always, if you would also like to make a request, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to add it to my list, and hopefully the randomizer favors you. If you enjoyed the music, go support the artist for sure. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you should be able to find this song is in my Spotify playlist. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Well, for the most part. And it's a lot of music at this point. If you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment. All right, before I let you go, let's figure it out. What am I listening to next? So, we're going to randomize. Well, first let's get rid of this one. We are done with it. And let's randomize 3 times. 1, and 2, and 3. Dance, Geb, and dance. Chocolate Jackalope. Looking forward to it. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Bye for now.